I mean, I believe a year ago at this time, Bitcoin was hovering around $46,000 per coin. It's now well over $100,000 per coin. So the investment for those people has doubled since they've put this political donation strategy into play. So those people now have even more money and even more influence and even more people trying to court them. I think what we're seeing here is this money influence flywheel that normally is actually really hard to see. I think we're seeing influence that's really naked. And we're seeing the ways in which these people spun money out of nothing, used it to create power, and the power is now making them more money. And it's a really interesting process to watch play out.
The president-elect has said that he wants to have a national Bitcoin reserve. And what are the consequences? Well, first of all, how would that even work? But second, if you do understand that, but doesn't that kind of integrate Bitcoin's volatility into the larger economy, right? I mean, last time there was a Bitcoin bust, we saw a couple of banks, well, Silicon Valley Bank comes to mind right now, or ones that had significant exposure to this that ended up collapsing. So what happens when Bitcoin becomes something that the government actually holds?
So this, to me, in my reporting, was the most eye-opening and alarming piece of the crypto integration. This Bitcoin strategic reserve, essentially, as I seem to understand some of the possible plans, is that the United States will purchase Bitcoin from large holders, right? Or everyday Americans. But the people who stand to benefit from that are people who own a lot of Bitcoin, right? So it's purchasing 200,000 Bitcoins a year for 5 years is what I believe it is. But regardless, the purchase of this Bitcoin from large Bitcoin holders will drive the price of Bitcoin up. So every subsequent year that the government is purchasing this Bitcoin, it's going to do so at a higher rate. It's going to have to spend more and more money to create this strategic reserve.